decided to vote against the budget expenditures in accordance with my own conscience and best judgment, and in response to the public comments and testimonies coming from educators, parents, and community members who believe that this budget does not reflect the priorities that have kept our schools among the best in the state and the nation. I agree with many of their concerns, and although I am very grateful that no staff members will lose their jobs next year, the budget does contain cuts in positions, and that will greatly affect some of the key factors that affect learning. One, there will be an increase in class sizes so that many classrooms will reach the maximum level allowed. Most significantly, this will impact our youngest and most vulnerable students who need the lowest possible student-educator ratio to thrive cognitively and emotionally. Along with larger class sizes, these same students will have fewer trained paraprofessionals to support instruction. Their teachers will be stretched beyond reason as they try to tend to the wide range of developmental levels amongst their young students, while also trying to fulfill the requirements for administering the time-consuming KRA. Two, I cannot in good conscience vote for a budget that eliminates the support staff necessary to keep our middle and high school media centers open and available to our students throughout the school day, and providing the individualized assistance our students need to conduct their research, class projects, extending their knowledge, and fostering their thirst for books. Three, I can't in good conscience vote for a budget that doesn't adequately address the concerns of the parents of our special needs students who have consistently and urgently requested our revisions in scheduling and providing more staff, extensions of programs to both younger and older students who need our support. Finally, I cannot support a budget that finds the necessary millions of dollars for a testing system that robs days of valuable instructional time for our students and educators, and for a multitude of contracts with businesses and services, but can't set aside the funds to provide our outstanding educators with a step increase or even a small cost of living raise as a token of our appreciation. Thank you for the time to express my views. I apologize in advance to our dedicated staff who prepared each area of the budget to such painstaking detail, and to the superintendent and my board colleagues who I know are doing what they think is in the best interest of the entire county school system.
As has been mentioned several times recently, we're in the middle of simulated congressional hearings, and whenever I go to one, I always tell the kids, I'm Cindy Valancourt, I'm on the Board of Education. It's my job to try to make sure that your teachers have everything they need to give you the best educational experience possible. Everything else that everybody else in the school system does should be to make that happen. I do not happen to believe that this budget reflects that sensibility. I think that when we were at the county council and they were talking about their budget they just passed, they all mentioned that a budget reflects your priorities, and I think this one actually does reflect the priorities. Unfortunately, they are not mine or for most of the people in the county or the students. I think that the priorities seem to be keeping travel and boondoggle money in place, remodeling money. There are just myriad things that are in this budget that are offensive to me personally and as a taxpayer and as a parent. This budget does not protect the classroom. The proof will be in the pudding next fall when the kids come back to school and everybody's classes are bigger. It does not protect our most vulnerable students, as we've systematically dismantled the special ed department, where we have to have our parents come to us to tell us about cuts that are being made that we were not aware of and that were very ill-considered and have had to be reversed. I do not believe it takes care of the most vulnerable older students we have, the ones who have only one place to print their homework and access the internet and find refuge from the day that is maybe overwhelming for them, by making it possible for our media centers to stay open. Unless, of course, the idea is to develop data that shows that the media centers are not being used so that we can close them completely next year. I think there are a lot of things about this budget that should have a very close look by a forensic accounting specialist. And am really hoping that in the event that additional money is freed up during the course of the year, that it will go toward the kinds of things that the people of Howard County elected us to make sure were maintained. Small class sizes, respected and compensated teachers, special ed department that saves us money in the long run and saves lives and changes the trajectory of some of these students' lives. There just really are not enough words for what I see as the systematic dismantling of this school system. The only cure for this is at the ballot box next time, and I encourage everybody to take advantage of that.